Hello guys, welcome back to the Half-Life walkthrough for the PC, played on the difficult difficulty. This is the original 1998 release. I'm Big Mac Davis and this is part 3, Unforeseen Consequences. The test chamber is in ruins, and we have to escape. But before we do, if you push the cart with the crystal into the beam, and then try and pull it out, a Vortigaunt will spawn in the test chamber ruins. What is a Vortigaunt? You'll see them later on, but for right now we have to escape out these doors. Poor scientist. And use the retinal scan device. Well now, if you wait here long enough, the security guard will be revived. And while we're waiting, yes, a resonance cascade happened, and it opened up a portal between our world and an alien world. What is this alien world? We'll find out later. I just hope the aliens are friendly. But, you know, we can only hope. And the security guard is now revived. And there's a health pack down there, so grab that if you need it. And you can talk to security guards and get them to follow you, so that's exactly what we're going to do with this guard. Yes, indeed. Be careful of this computer wall, it will collapse. The guard can't go over this debris, so kind of a short ride for him, but that's okay. We'll just ride this lift up without him.
Listen, we tried to warn them. I never thought I'd see a resonance cascade, let alone create one.
Gordon, you're alive. Thank God for that hazard suit. I'm afraid to move him and all our phones are out. Please, get to the surface as soon as you can and let someone know we're stranded down here. You'll need me to activate the retinal scanners. I'm sure the rest of the science team will gladly help you.
That is our overall objective. Get to the surface. Talk to Eli Vance and get him to follow you. Yes, that is his name. Eli Vance. Oh my goodness, what just spawned in? That's a Headcrab, a very, very aggressive creature. And we'll see more of it later on. But for right now, get Eli Vance to open up the door with the retinal scanner. But be careful. Electricity will shoot through from the test chamber and destroy the door. So time your run through the surges. Now in this next room, run quickly to the other side because a Headcrab will spawn in. And so we'll just avoid him for right now. Laser time. This laser is easy. It will just move from side to side so you can just walk underneath the first one. This second laser, however, has a pattern. Wait for it to be at its highest point, then walk underneath it. Oh my gosh! That tore him into two pieces, didn't it? But yes, that's the laser's overall pattern. Grab the crowbar, Gordon Freeman's iconic weapon. Yes, indeed. To show its effectiveness, we're going to go back to those headcrabs we skipped and use it on them. Yes, indeed. Now, like I said before, headcrabs are very aggressive creatures. What they'll do is they'll try to pounce on you. And what I like to try doing is strafe away from their pounce and then get up behind them and crowbar them to death. Yeah, there's water on the floor and it can be slippery, which will make strafing kind of difficult, so be careful of that. But aren't they ugly things? I should say so. So now we'll backtrack even further back to those tubes with the headcrabs in them. and time our run through the surges again. Now this middle tube has a crack in it, and through the crack you can crowbar the Headcrab. Just like that. The right tube, though, has glass which you can't penetrate, so you can't kill that Headcrab. So what do Headcrabs do? Are they really that dangerous? Yes, they are, for what they could do to a human being, that is. What can they do to a human being? They can mutate them. You'll see later on what I mean by that. For right now, we'll go past the lasers again. Now this door is locked, but you can break the glass and squeeze through. In case of fire, do not use elevators. Whoops. Break the glass again and squeeze through. You can go down the ladder and see the elevator wreckage that you caused. By accident, of course. See? And also, an armor battery is down here, so yay, a neat reward for coming down here. Go back up both ladders, but be quick about it, because we want to save a security guard. Save him. From what? From these things. Ouch.
Man, I'm glad to see you. What the hell are these things? And why are they wearing science team uniforms?
Are they wearing science team uniforms?
What's that?
They are wearing science team uniforms. They have elongated fingers, stripped to the bone, with an open chest cavity and broken rib cage. And what's... Oh, a Headcrab on top of its head. That is what the Headcrab can do to a human being. It can mutate them into a zombie, controlling their central nervous system through their brain, while the host is still alive. That is a painful process, I must say, so thankfully they put out of their misery. Anyway, back to business.
Yeah, we might stand a better chance if we team up.
Get the guard to follow you down the passageway and through the next door. So this shit, it just got real here. Not good. There's 2 more zombies down there. We'll let the guard take care of them, though.
Got one.
You got 2 of them, Barney. Good job. And see, that's what a Headcrab can do before it mutates the human. So, you know, we'll just take care of this Headcrab so it won't mutate that poor soul. That's a terrible existence. We'll go back towards the cafeteria, and in here we have soda machines again. Now, you can use the soda here to gain 1% health every time you drink one. I think there's like 10 sodas per machine, so that equals 10% health. So, yeah. Now this microwave, it's still cooking the food even though it's exploded. We'll go down towards the locker area now. The Guthrie locker is opened. There's 2 pistol clips inside, so grab them both. We don't have a gun yet, but we'll get one shortly. The Freeman locker has 2 more armor batteries inside. You can use the health machine here if you need to. It will basically recharge your health. There's nothing else we can do in here, so let's backtrack the way we came and take the left path when we get to it right here. Sometimes that guard likes to do that. Or guards, I should say. They have a hard time following you sometimes, and you have to go back and lure them back towards you. Are you gonna come?
You go on without, okay? Why not? Didn't want to die alone anyway.
There we go. Get him to follow you again. And we'll go up the slope. Now this door to the computer room is locked, and there's debris blocking the red stripe hallway, so we have to backtrack towards the front desk. The grating will break open and there's a Headcrab inside. Now if you want, well, okay, we gotta go back and get the guard again. you can get the guard to see the headcrab beyond the grate and shoot him for you. If he can see it.
I got another one.
That you did, Barney. This alarm is annoying, so let's turn it off. With this button there. Now these airlock doors, we can't get through them, but if you break the blue glass right there, it will open them up and you can crouch through them. Most people don't know about this, but it's kind of neat. There's a scientist. Come over here, scientist.
No, stay back. Gordon!
Whoops. Okay then. There's some pistol bullets next to the dead security guard, so grab those. And that's all for this section, so let's backtrack. The security guard can't fit through the grating, so he served his purpose. Thank you very much, Barney. Be careful of that computer wall, it will collapse. And there's a headcrab to our left, so be careful of that. Yeah, they're very aggressive. Just get up behind them and kill them just like that. But aren't they disgusting? I mean, just look at their openings. That's where the head fits through, you know, for their victims. Look at the sharp teeth. Ugh, grotesqueness. Find the slanted computer wall and go through the vent grating. Or vent opening. Oh! Yay! Uh-oh. Poor scientist. And we can't bust through to help save him, so he's dead. Approach this vent from behind because it will explode, and there's a headcrab inside. He's in a very precarious position. There we go, that didn't go by too badly. What the hell? Oh my gosh, he's changing. We'll just put him out of his misery then. That's scary stuff. Let's continue on. Well, good job, security guard. Oh, you're dying. You're dead. But we'll take your gun anyway. So now we have a pistol and a health machine. Authorized personnel only. Well, I guess now we're authorized enough. Press the button on the left and it will open up the doors, but you have to time your run through. Otherwise you'll take damage from the closing door. What the heck are those things? Behold, the Houndeye. They use sonic charges to attack. Loud sonic charges, and if you notice, they're like dogs. But they got 3 legs, 1 back leg and 2 front legs. And 1 big eye with many eyelids. And if you notice, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. Right down here, this brown spot there, that's his mouth that he uses to eat with. That's kind of interesting, but kind of freaky nonetheless. A 3-legged dog?
Hello.
Are you okay up there? Do you need a hand? Well, that escalated quickly. I should say so myself. I guess the scientist is dead. Let's move on. The G-Man. What's he doing up there? And what's he doing watching us? I don't know. There's 2 more Houndeyes here. And like I said, yeah, they use a high-pitched sonic charge to do damage to you, and you can see the waves visibly. But both Houndeyes are now dead. You could jump through the window here and patch yourself up with the health machine, because the door here is locked, so you have to use the window. Turn right and open up this door, but I have the crowbar ready, because there's a headcrab inside. Wow, you need fast reflexes. For sure. These guys are not to be toyed with, and they take a lot of hits. 4 hits on hard mode, whereas 1 hit on, easy and normal. Now this ladder, what I do is I slowly climb the ladder, and then peek over the top, and try and do that. Shoot the explosive barrels, which will kill the zombie and the 2 headcrabs that were up here. So now they're all dead. Go across the landing. Now right here is where the G-Man saw us and spied on us. And he went left, so he must be in here. But he's gone. Where did he go? Now, there's a zombie right here, feasting on a dead carcass. And there's an explosive barrel. That's so fun to do, by the way. Anyway, behind here we see some grenades, but we can't get to them because the door's locked by a retinal scanner. So what do? We come back over here, and there's a scientist.
Yes, let's go.
He can use his eyes to open up the retinal scanner. So that's what we're going to have him do for us. Thank you.
This magnitude is extremely
Grab the pistol bullets from the left shelf, and then the grenades from the table. Yes, grenades. We can't grab them all, we can only get 10 at a time. And there's a health machine here. So we'll come back for the grenades later on, if we use any. Speaking of which, we will use some. Let's go back towards that ladder and go down it. And then back out the door. Now, like I said before, this door will remain locked. Now, when you approach this door, you hear that? That's an enemy behind there breaking through the door. Throw a very well-timed grenade, and you can kill the Vortigaunt that was behind there. That is the Vortigaunt. Let's investigate his corpse. He's got 6 eyes, it looks like, but look carefully. He's got a green restraint collar around his neck, and 2 wristbands around his wrists. What does that mean? I guess we'll find out later, but that's awfully curious for right now. Grab the 2 bullet clips from where the Vortigaunt came from, and then down here, behind this barrel, I just toss a grenade. Dead Headcrab is dead. Hello there.
I'm going to stay here and wait for my colleagues.
There's a health machine back there if you need it. Now when you approach this hole down here in the grate, look at that. That's kind of scary. We have a zombie crawling through there. And from here, what I like to try doing is to kill the zombie. 5 shots to the head kills him very easily. Equip the grenades again and toss one down the hole in the water. Because there's a headcrab down there, and now he's dead. Before we go down that hole, however, we're gonna backtrack. Back towards those grenades again. We're not coming back here, so we might as well grab them now. That's awfully curious, though, about that G-Man. I wonder where he went. And I wonder who he is. Ah, mysteries, you gotta love them. Anyway, we'll continue on. And now we'll go drop down the hole. Right here. Now down here, we'll turn right, and then we'll approach this valve wheel over here and hold down the use button to flood this area with water. Alright, now turn back around, and then turn right, and then swim left and up through this hole. That's why we flooded this area, so we can get through the hole to where the zombie was. And so we'll just continue forward. Now this area. There's 2 bullet clips near the dead security guard, so grab them both, and then flip the lever, which will lower down the big lift. Ignore those 2 headcrabs that you may have seen there. They'll just drop down with us. I like to stand right in the middle and swing my crowbar so that they might hit the headcrabs that come down. And believe me, there are a lot of headcrabs that will want to join you. They'll most likely miss you, but if they don't jump, then they'll land on the lift behind you and jump from you, see, just like this. And that's not what you want to have happen. But that's okay if it does. I mean, if it happens, it happens. Now pay attention. Right here is a platform you want to jump on. You don't have to, but it's nice to have because it has a health machine up here, and it's a vantage point to kill the remainder of the headcrabs from, rather than having to fight them down below. I like to grenade the lift area with a couple of grenades to hopefully kill most of the headcrabs, which it did. Whoa, mouse. There's some more headcrabs over there. That's so fun to do. Giblets everywhere. And then use the pistol to kill off the stragglers. And yeah, they'll keep on coming, but there is a set number of headcrabs, so don't worry, they're not innumerable. There is a limit to how many they come. I wonder if that's all of them. Just checking to make sure there's no headcrabs on the actual area up there, but I guess that's all of them. So yeah. To avoid taking falling damage from such this great height, land on the barrel there. And you're dead. Be careful of the spawning in Houndeye. He just wants to play, he's such a sweetness. Too bad we have to kill him because his sonic blast really does hurt. You can bust open the crates with the crowbar, and you can sometimes receive items if you do so. In this case, there are 2 crates that have bullets in them. Like this one. And this one. You can go to the other side over here and use this health station if you need to. Don't fall in the poison. There's a churning machine down below that will chop you into little bits so fast. Authorized personnel only. Let's go down. What was that thing? That was a, Bullsquid, and we'll see more of him later on. We have to cross the catwalk, but it's broken. So now we have to use the pipes instead. It's not that difficult of a puzzle. Just cross them to the other side. And from the pipes, you could make the jump down to the catwalk area there, but we're going to take the intended route, through the vent grating. You can use the flashlight too if you want. Don't go down this vent grating, because you'll just fall a long ways and take unnecessary damage. Rather, bust open this vent grating and jump through. We're now on the other side of the catwalk, so yay. Bust open the crates here for some armor batteries. And there's another Bullsquid down below, and look what he's doing. He's killing off the headcrabs for us. So we'll let him do that for us. The Bullsquid will fire like, green toxic goo at you, and that's his attack. We're going to use grenades on him, because I find it easier. So why does the Bullsquid attack headcrabs? Well, we're getting some lag here, but that's okay, we'll fight through it. The Bullsquid attacks headcrabs because they're very territorial. Bullsquids are like lions. You know, they'll attack anything, no matter what it is, because they're very territorial, and I'm getting some lag here. That's never a good thing, but it's okay, we'll kind of fight through it if we can. But yeah, that's basically the story behind why Bullsquids will attack. We have to cross over this catwalk, but as you see, it's broken, so we have to find another way across. we'll take this canal door. There's the vent that we didn't go down, by the way, because we take falling damage, so we'll go down the ladder. And we're now down here. Now, in these crates, I don't believe there's anything. But you know what, I like destroying crates just because it's so fun to use the crowbar. I mean, it really is. And there's a health machine down here if you need it. Now, what are these things with the long, icky tongues going down them? Those are barnacles. And, what they'll do is they'll grab onto you with their tongue and then suck you up into their opening, their maw, basically. And they'll eat you. And you can use the crowbar on them if you want. See? Just one hit takes them out. And they'll regurgitate a lot of, like, remains of their previous victims. And by the way, don't go down there, it's just a churning machine. But yeah, they'll, like, regurgitate the remains of their previous victims. It's not a pretty sight. But I must say, it is nice attention to detail. I really love the detail in this game. Couple more barnacles. And all these species, by the way, the headcrab, the barnacle, the bullsquid, they all come from the same world, so I wonder where they come from. Head down the canal area to this ladder, and then use the health machine if you need to. And we're now on the other side of the canal, where the bullsquid was. And there's a crate over here, with nothing inside, so go through the door. We'll follow this down. Look at all these crates up there hanging from the ceiling. We'll climb up both sets of ladders. And then this next part, oh boy. We have to cross the crates and not fall down. If you do, you're dead. And I have a fear of heights, even in video games. So this is very nerve-wracking for me. I don't like that section one bit. It scares the crap out of me. Anyway, we'll continue on now that that's done. I recommend saving before you attempt those jumps, because they can be quite difficult. So we'll just continue through the many sets of doors. And we eventually come on the other side of the catwalk. So yay, we made it across finally. So now we can continue on to an elevator. And let's use it. But that will be for the next video and the next chapter. I'm Big Mac Davis. Take care, everybody.